Good morning, YouTube. Happy July 1st. We made it. It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It is your girl, Miss Honey, here with another daily devotional. We are entering into July of 2021. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so glad that you are here. Today's going to be a wonderful day. This is going to be a wonderful week. This is all a part of a wonderful month, the month of July. And July is the 7th month of a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful year. We decree and declare it, 2021, right? Huh? All the little parts make up a greater whole. As long as we are grateful and appreciative, right? God will continue to sustain us. He will continue to keep us. He will continue to grow us and flourish, help us to flourish, even in the midst of death, decay, dying, depletion, right? We have to believe that. But first, we have to thank Him for the little things. What a beautiful day it is today, right? Great day. Happy Thursday, too. Today we're going to be talking about uncomplicated freedom. And this topic is being pulled from Isaiah 44, verse 22. Our morning version of Isaiah 44 is the NIV, New International Version. The evening version of Isaiah 44 and 22 is the N as in Nancy, C as in Charlie, V as in victorious version. Let's get started. Uncomplicated freedom. Isaiah 44:22 reads, I have swept away your offenses like a cloud, your sins like the morning mist. Return to me, for I have redeemed you. The text says we overcomplicate freedom in Christian life. Through our legalism, we try to find a way to humanize the redeeming work of the cross because we simply can't wrap our minds around the supernatural character of God. Hoo-wee! Lord, you come into July swinging. Okay, walking heavy. Come on, word. Let me read it again. Through our legalisms, we try to find a way to humanize the redeeming work of the cross because we simply can't wrap our minds around the supernatural, character of God. The supernatural character of God. Okay, you think about that when you talking about, that's impossible. Ain't no way. They say it takes 6 months to a year. They say it's impossible. Huh? But for a supernatural. Oh yes, unprecedented. Huh? Oh yes. Character of God. Okay, come on now. Let's read the rest of it. Freedom is truly that simple. The beauty of the gospel can be summed up in this single concept: grace. Though undeserved, given without restraint, accepted today. Walk in complete grace without question. I feel like I need to do it again. I just feel like I need to do it again. Through our legalism, we try to find a way to humanize the redeeming work of the cross because we simply cannot wrap our minds around the supernatural character of God. Freedom is truly that simple. The beauty of the gospel can be summed up in this single concept: grace. Though undeserved, given without restraint. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Huh? Accept it today. Accept it today. Accept grace today. Walk in complete grace without question. Huh? Okay. Our prayer for this morning is, I am so grateful that you treat my wrongdoing as a cloud to be swept away. Get rid of the sin in my life. Let it disappear like the morning mist. I walk into my day in the knowledge of my redemption. So when you hear this breakdown and then you go back and you read Isaiah 44 and 22, okay? When you look at it now in context, doesn't it read like a love song almost? I have swept away your offenses like a cloud, your sins like the morning mist. Return to me, for I have redeemed you. Yes. Come on, let's read the evening version, okay? Evening version of Isaiah 44 and 22 is the NCV version. I have swept away your sins like a big cloud. I have removed your sins like a cloud that disappears into the air. Come back to me, because I saved you. The text for the evening says, it can be hard to understand the complete grace offered at Calvary because we are incapable of giving that kind of grace. But when God says that he has forgotten our sin and that he has made us new, he really means it. God is love, and love keeps no record of wrongs. Nothing can keep us from his love. Salvation tore the veil that separated us from the holiness of God. That complete work cannot be diminished or erased by anything we do. I'm going to read it again. Because you guys know I love for it to saturate, soak down into, the marrow, as my daddy says, marrow of our bones, right? Down through the hard parts into the tender, sweet middle of the hard thing, right? The marrow. Okay? It can be hard to understand the complete grace offered at Calvary because we ourselves as human are incapable of giving that kind of grace. But when God says that he has forgotten our sin and that he has made us new, he really means it. But when God says he has forgotten our sin and God says he has made us new, he really means it. The second paragraph for the evening says, God is love. God is love. And love keeps no record of wrongs. God is love, and love, God, keeps no record of wrongs. Nothing can keep us from his love. I'll let nothing separate me. Come on now. Nothing can keep us from his love. Salvation tore the veil. Salvation tore the veil that separated us from the holiness of God. That complete work cannot be diminished or erased by anything we do. It is done. It is done. It cannot be undone. Come on, let's read our prayer for the evening. Jesus, let the things of this day grow dim as I bask in the warmth of your love. It is so good to be free from my sin and to feel as light as a cloud. Let your peace wash over me as I sleep. And then our question for ourselves today, July 1st, is what sin are you holding on to that you know you need to let go of? Let Jesus sweep it away like a cloud. Sweep it away like a cloud. I wanted to share something with you all today. I met some friends last night for dinner. A good friend of mine was here from out of town, and every time she's here, she gathers all of her friends, the entire collective who lives in the state of Georgia, together, and we all have a dinner the last night that she is in the city. And we all came, you know, and then a couple of ladies came a little bit later. And one young lady, beautiful woman, 60 years of age, I would never have guessed it. Never, never, never. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful woman, beautiful, dark brown skin. She would be what we consider in our culture to be dark skin, not brown skin, but dark skin. And beautiful smile, beautiful personality, beautiful energy. And I noticed that she had some very, very bright colored nail polish on. I thought it was gorgeous. You guys know I do my own nails, my own nail art and stuff. And so I noticed right away just that beautiful color popping off of her skin. And she said, I'm getting ready to take it off. I don't like it, but when I picked it, I thought I would like it. She said, and I did grow on me. I like it, but it was just this vacillating back and forth between liking. Everybody was like, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's really, it was just so vibrant and neon on her dark skin. It was just absolutely beautiful. And so just in that vacillation back and forth, it came to her, I think. She says she remembers growing up how her mother and her grandmother would always tell her she too dark for color. She was too dark for patterns, prints, too dark. When you dark like that, you need to wear all dark things. This is how she grew up. And so she talked about how she was getting out of that, and she was trying to get out of that and wearing more colors. Now, here at the age of 60, she's trying to get out of it. You know what I mean? And so, I told my story about how in my family, we were taught to keep things to ourselves. And how, as an adult, I suffered in silence, because when you keep things to yourself, you're trying to figure it out yourself. And, you're trying to figure it out for yourself. You don't realize that there's help out there for you. And it's a type of bondage because you begin to feel as though everything is on you, right? You don't share. And you don't allow other people to say, hey, I can help with that, or that's no problem. Let me show you how to fix that, right? When you're dealing with it all your own. And then other ladies around the table begin to talk about little things that they were told that stuck with them. All of these things for us was and is, if we've not overcome it, bondage. a type of bondage. Yeah, there are no physical chains that we can see, of course, but chains are there nonetheless that tether and tie us to traditions, to fears, to the fears of our forefathers. Listen, they taught us all that they knew. A lot of what they taught us wasn't to hurt us, but was to keep us safe. Was meant to protect us, right? They had no idea that they were chaining us. They were weighing us down with the beliefs of their fathers and their fathers' fathers and mothers, you know what I mean? Their own fears, their own concerns, their own hurts. Now they were projecting those onto the children, and it kept them tethered and bound as they grew up through their adulthood. In my case, unless you ask me, I rarely ever tell. I rarely ever tell. If you ask me, though, I'll tell you everything. If you ask me where I got my hair done, I'll tell you my clothes, where I bought them, all of that. I share, but you have to ask. You have to ask. You have to show me that you want the help or need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to somehow initiate it to trigger. I'm not just going to come and say, guess what? This is what I did today. There's so many things that go on with me on a daily basis that I don't even talk about. And then in conversation, I'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't tell you that such and such happened, or I did such and such and such. Yeah. It's good to keep some things to yourself because people will work against you. And I think that was the initial plan in teaching your children not to share a lot, not to discuss it. Keep it to yourself. But at the same time, you miss the opportunity to receive the help that God has provided for you out there. And so I said all this because I think when we think of in terms of freedom, we do think of being slave to another human instead of being enslaved by our own fears sometimes, our own undisciplined behaviors. We can be a slave to those. Our own vices. We can be a slave to those. We can be a slave to complacency. But this uncomplicated freedom that we're talking about is about grace. Okay? You can live free because of grace. And it is my belief that it all goes under grace. Those hurt feelings, those diminished values, those egregious sins, those little white lies, those hateful things that we tell ourselves, the weight of things that we have suffered under, it's all because of grace. Because of grace and mercy. See, grace wipes it away. Grace absorbs it. Okay, you ever seen an oil spot? They tell you to do. You put this sort of powdery substance on it, and you might in your home you might use baking soda or cornstarch or something like that. Out in industrial sites they use a compound, a mixture, but it's all a powdery granular granular mix. And you put it down on the oil and it absorbs it all up. And because it absorbs it all up, you can sweep it away. Or it can be blown away. Come on now. Like a cloud. Blown away. Soaks it all up and can blow it away, sweep it away, right? Without it, you just drag it and smear it all over everything. It gets in the broom, it gets on the ground, it gets in your hands, it stays on the pan or on the pot or on the counter or in your clothes or on your skin. You ever waste oil on your clothes? Any type of oil, baby oil, whatever. Get you some powder, some baby powder, some face powder, it don't matter, and pat it down lightly on that oil spot. And then flip that oil off. Flip it off because it's been absorbed. Grace is like that. Okay? Grace absorbs. And mercy sweeps it away. Mercy intervenes. Mercy intervenes. Mercy says, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. That's enough. Mercy says, not her. We don't look at what happened with Job as grace and mercy, but it was. It was. We think, how much worse could it have gotten? It could have gotten a lot worse. Grace and mercy. Because of grace and mercy, we don't have to continue to be bound. Excuse me. We don't have to continue to be bound by our sins. We don't have to continue to be bound by traditional beliefs. We can live truly free. And that freedom is uncomplicated because it comes from God. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you. Forgive me. My prayer for you today is that you will live truly free. That you will begin to reflect on what true freedom is, what it means to truly live free, and not be bound by the restraints of this world, of our past, of tradition. That is my prayer for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day, you guys. I love you with the love of the Lord. And that's that on that. Oh, I almost got emotional. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah.